Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Crystal, and this is my channel about cross stitch. It is Monday, January 8th, I think. Nope, February 8th. And I am here with my regular update to talk about my stitching. I have a lot of stuff. It has been 2 weeks. I did not get to film last week because people were here. So no one's here as of right now, and we're gonna just hope it stays that way. What's going on in life? I start my new job today. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be working super part-time from home, but I don't know what that's going to do to like filming schedule, cross stitch. Obviously those are not the priorities. My family, having a job, those come first. But we'll see. I'm excited. I am very excited. Not that I don't love cross-stitching all day, but I do sometimes end up feeling guilty. So, all right. I'm going to jump in. I have a lot to show. I have previous finishes to show. That the lighting's all going to be wacky. Wacky lighting. Yeah. Okay, I have previous finishes. So my first one is a Lizzie Kate Flip It stamp from February. This is the first in the series that I did. So I pulled that one out and swapped them. And then I will go through, I think that I have them all right here. So then I did March. Then I did April. I did not use the buttons. May. That's got something on it. So then I left May up all summer long. But here's June. That one's super cute. And yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I didn't use the buttons. July. August. Then I put September out. October. November. This one I switched all the colors. On a lot of them I used like what I had in my stash, but this isn't even close to, this was a very colorful, I don't know, December? It's cute. And then January, I didn't even iron. There's my January. And I didn't put the snowballs on. I don't know. And I still haven't finished that hat. Okay. Off to the side. Finish the hat. So there's that. Here in. Okay. That's the Lizzie Kate's. Then I wanted to show, I had an FFO. I had a couple FFOs. So another FFO is my February year-end chalk. These are by Hands On Design. They are just magneted on there. And then it leans. Super cute. I love these because while she calls for colors, honestly, it's a white and something else. So I used a white and DMC 335 for the pink. And I thought it was so cute. So there's that, and I'll go through all of those. So the first one I did in that series was March. which was confusing because it says May at the top, but this was March. April. May. This one's my favorite. I want to restitch this one for some friends of mine. In fact, I'm going to put this off to the side as well. And then there's June. July. August. September. October. November. December. I think I'm going to stitch this 3 times this year. I'm going to start loading up some cross stitch stuff, like ornaments for my kids' trees for when they move out. But I think I'm going to do it on 20 count over 1 to make ornaments, or 18 count over 1. I don't know, obviously over 1, but I just want them to be smaller. And then January's that I never finished. So those series are done, and that's exciting. That's exciting. This year I'm working on a couple of Little House Needleworks series that are being finished in big pieces, and I'm also working on Truckin' Along from Stitching with the Housewives, and I do not like my finish of it, so I need to figure something else out. Okay, and then another FFO was, did I show it already? Have I shown all this? Did I film a video? If I showed this, I apologize. But I FFO'd my table runner. It is on Instagram. But that is the back side of it. The other side is Christmas fabrics, but it is on my Instagram. And then an FFO I had just yesterday. So, is this little pillow. This is my garden layout for this year. But this is ABCs of Love. I did not do the flowers on the bottom. I don't know. I just didn't want to do fiddly stuff. So these are called for pink and brown. And then on the back, I just used this fabric and did like a flat finish. This is from the February 2021 Just Cross Stitch magazine, designed by Cassandra Kavalka Comforty of Fairy Wool in the Wood. So it's my little Valentine's pillow. Just lives right over there. Okay. I clearly need to keep that because that's got my garden plants. All right. Let's see. So for finishes, I have, what did I do? I did Forgive, Move On as my January block in the 3 Little Words series from Lizzie Kate. This was my birthday start back in November, and I am using the hashtag 3 Little Words B-Day Sal, and I'm trying to do a block a month. So this was January. And boy, this is being stitched on 18 count parchment. This is a giant piece of fabric. That I could have just folded better to begin with, but. So in November, I did Today Choose Joy. In December, I did You've Got This. And then in January, Forgive, Move On. Think Happy Thoughts. None of the buttons are going to get put on until the very end. But I love this piece. This is on my WipGo board. That is what I wanted to talk about. This is on my WipGo board. And I am going to be doing February's block this coming weekend for WipGo weekend. So this will come out this weekend. So I wanted to talk about WipGo. I did WipGo last year, sort of. I was in the WipGo group. But I've seen a lot of confusing questions on the WipGo page. So even though my channel is tiny and whatever, I figured I'm going to go over WipGo. So WipGo is a group on Facebook. Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff created WipGo 3 years ago, something like that. Anyway, it is a bingo board, essentially, with 25 squares. You can use the middle square as a free space if you would like. But you plug in whips, new starts, whatever. I also have a reading WipGo board. So I try and read 2 books a month, and I have a ton of books on my wish list, or not my wish list, my to be read list, and I can never decide which one's next. So I let Jessie decide. I have a free space on that one. I used the free space on that one, but okay, so every month she rolls 2 numbers. So December 27th, she rolled 2 numbers for January. Now, if the middle space gets rolled, she ends up rolling a 3rd number. So that month will have 3. Just happened that was in January. So WipGo is a yearly challenge. There's no prizes. You don't get anything. There's no certificate. It's just fun. My back itches. But it's yearly. Like, it's a yearly goal thing. So yes, a lot of people work on what was called in January. I did not. I worked on one of my items in January because another item that was called was May Truckin' Along. I don't even have that yet, but I know I'm going to do it this year. So they're yearly goals. You can work on, there's no rules. There's no rules that says when you have to work on them, when they have to be done by. It's your picks, your goal for your picks. Like, some of mine are a finish, some of mine are to work on 12 days, one of mine's to work on for 10 hours. Some of mine are huge finishes because it's all 12 patterns done. So that's WipGo. There's no like real hard and fast rules. It's not as hard as, I don't mean to be offensive, it's not as hard as frankly everyone on the page is making it. It's just something fun to encourage you. She rolls 2 numbers, work on them if you want, don't work on them if you don't want. Whatever you want to do. So that's WipGo. So that is my first finish, because yes, I count those little patterns, because it is a pattern on its own, as a finish. All right, and then I worked on Grandma's quilt. This is another block on my WhipGo to have this whole thing finished, Farmhouse Christmas, and this is the center block, so I'm doing 1 block a month, and this was my block for January. So I got this done. This is being stitched on 18 count vintage country mocha. That little square is so cute. I think I would like to stitch it as like a little pillow. And possibly a whole lot of colors. It's very cute. Very, very cute. I'm using all the called for DMC. So there's that. Let's see. I need to pick which one I'm working on for... I think I was going to do this one. This is part 2, so this is the one right above it. They're so cute. Look at part 4 with the cow. Part 3 with the little truck. There is quite a bit of solid stitching, but it's tiny. Tiny. Except this one. Look at that checkerboard roof. Ugh. Love it. This one. Look at this one. I love them. I love them so, so much. So that is actually what I'm going to work on today. Okay. What is that? Next, same situation. I did want to talk about this one a little bit more in depth. So this is my Little Sheep Virtues from Little House Needleworks. It is a set of 12 little blocks. And I am doing 1 block a month. Well, that's the goal. This month I'm going to do 2, I think. So in February, I did, right? Didn't I just do this last week? I think so. Anyway, so there's love. I am not going to put that giant flower on it. Nope. And here is my progress. So the border color was the same color as the fabric. Well, I am not using ecru for the sheep. I am using white because ecru just doesn't stand out. But I didn't want the border to be white because it's the only one that would have been white and it would have just like stood out. So I tried 3 different colors and I could not figure out what color I wanted to use. So I used the gold from, did I miss a stitch? No. Okay. Woof, I thought I missed one of these. Doesn't that look like I missed that stitch? Well, I did not miss a stitch, but it sure looks like it. Anyway, so I used the gold that was the heart. And then I went to put the heart in gold, and it was too much gold. So I used the purple from the Courage block. It is what it is. So this is I am going to have about a 1/2 inch. Yep, about a 1/2 inch. At the top, pardon me. I didn't start in the correct place. So we'll see. But there are 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and 2 on each side of the middle piece. So the middle piece, I had someone ask me this on Instagram, which is why I wanted to talk about it a little more. So the middle piece, so all 12 of the little sheep virtues is 1 block on my Whipco, and then another block on my Whipco is sheep in the meadow. So this is by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it fits perfectly in the center. So what I'm going to do, I'm putting this in the, oh my gosh, I'm putting this in the center. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So my progress, I didn't work on that the last 2 weeks, but that's where I'm at. And this is the edge. So it'll fit. Hopefully, it'll stop right here. So that is Little Sheep Virtues. Like I said, I'm going to try and do another block this month. I have it slated towards the end of the month. Each block takes about 2 days. So there's that. And then my last finish, which I was so excited for. Where are you? Oh, all the way at the bottom. I don't have a picture or anything to show you because I just had a PDF, but I finally finished Coulter's Cottage. This is a pattern by Lori Holt. It's So Emma. And I started this last April. And this has been my Strand A Day project for January. I did work on it for Whipco weekend because, no, I didn't. What did I work? I worked on this for like a day and then did a Strand a Day every other day. And it's a finish. So that's exciting. I think just going to frame it in a frame probably in this gray color. Okay. So that's all my finishes, all the FFOs, talked about Whipco. Now whips. All right. So these are not in order. I'm just pulling them out of the bin. On the 6th of every month, I work on, where's the cover sheet? Here it is. Coming to America from Brenda Gervais. Everyone has seen this. Everyone knows what this is. I am stitching it on 18 count vintage country mocha with the called for DMC. And I have been struggling with this piece. I think I have finally gotten some peace with it, but I have been struggling to the point where I don't want to pick it up. Which is terrible because I love the finished product and I want it done. This is another massive piece of fabric. Okay. Let's see if the lighting will do this. Okay. Here's where I'm at. My issue has been these sales. And I know I'm not the only one who's having this issue. Vintage Country Mocha, I believe I think I did this in one of the other floss tubes. I believe it's a called for fabric. That is the called for DMC. Like, Even if it's not called for to be DMC, that's the DMC color, the conversion. So I'm having not as bad of a problem with the birds as some people are having. The birds are showing up fantastic on the camera. You can see the birds fantastically on the camera, not so much in real life. I mean, you can, just not as much, right? Those sails have been pissing me off. I don't even know if you can say that on Flosstube. Pissing me off because they match the fabric. So I finally was like, okay, do a strand of sail, a strand of backstitch, a strand of sail, a strand of backstitch. So that's what I did, and you can start to see the definition now. So I think I'm no longer pissed off. But that's going away until the 6th. But I have been struggling to want to do that one because of the sails, which is ridiculous. Just get through the dang boat, girl. So there's that whip. What are you? Ooh. On the 4th, I pull out Land That I Love from Teresa Kogut. I love this pattern. This reminds me so much of Lincoln's Eagle, which is the next at the top of my wish list. Lincoln's Eagle. I love it. My back itches today. So I pull this out on the 4th of every month. And this is where I got to. I've been working on the tree and the berries. I needed to do something else. And so now what I think I'm going to do, my blue is much brighter, but I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. I think what I'm going to do next is these 3 little dots and the numbers, and then work my way up to the alphabet and try and get myself up here. I'm a center starter, especially on a huge piece of fabric like that. I did not want to start in the wrong place, which I did. But I would like to get up here and then work my way down. So I think that's the plan. Just every month grab something. Like I'll finish. I have a few fiddly bits in here to finish, and then I'll work my way up, work my way up, work my way over. So what I did, so there's my progress. What I did, this is 18 count. No, I didn't. My brain is not working. This is 18 count Ada that I tea-dyed myself, I think. Yep, I did. And it's looking good. At some point, I'm going to want to get this out for more than just the 6th, the 4th of every month. Because I would like to see some more, like, not that that's not progress, that's all. That is 500 stitches. So, not that it's not progress. I would just like to see it progress faster. You know what I mean? So there's that. And what I love. Okay, then, what are you? What are you? Okay. Okay. on the 25th, I am working on Kringles. 25th of every month this year. I started Kringles last year. I love Kringles. Love it. This is a working copy, and it's just a black, like I copied the whole thing. Normally I just make a working copy, but for some reason I copied the cover page also. Okay, so it's a big one. It's big. And I'm a center starter, so I found the center and worked my way up to this little thing. And then what I'll do is I'll find my way up to the top and then work my way down. So I started this last year. I don't even know what day. Oh, I've got a needle. That's how far I got. So I have major issues with this piece. Okay. This is not supposed to be white. This is supposed to be ecru. But this is a, like, antique white that I dunked in tea, and now the ecru doesn't. It matches. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to use white. It doesn't look good. The white does not look good. The white's not going to look good. I cannot do the white. And then I was like, okay, I'll just pick a different color for the inside of these. The problem is there's too much. There's too much ecru called for that's going to have to be white. Is that even going to fit? I don't even think that's going to fit now that I'm looking at this. Because this is the top. It wouldn't have even fit. Like, barely. I still have to get the roof in. And all those bricks, like, all these bricks and up would still have to get, anyway, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I don't know why I thought this was stitched on, like, some sort of beige. It's not. It's stitched on gray. So what I did, also, this is very stiff Aida. I'm using 2 strands. For something small, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. For something, you know, like this is very stiff, but it's not humongous. And it's not a lot of, like, solid stitching. Obviously these were, but I don't know. I was fine with this because it's smaller. I'm not doing Kringles on something that I'm miserable stitching on. Not doing it. This is probably 4 days worth of work. Yeah, that totally stinks. Whatever. I don't care. I grabbed some 18 count. Glorious. It's just my jam. It's just my stinking jam. And I restarted it. Restarted it. That's my start. And I'm okay with, it's not a whole lot of progress. It is so much nicer to stitch on. So much nicer. So I dyed this with charcoal gray with just like a bloop, little bit of a dunk. And I'm very excited because I'm going to get to use the ecru now. Everything is going to be as it should. So you know what? Just restart the project. Whatever. Whatever. There's no deadlines. There's only deadlines that we put on ourselves. And I'm not doing that anymore. So there's Kringles. My next whip is something I am going to be working on all year. This is Christmas Sampler 2. I am working on this for the semi-sane group, ABC It's an ABC challenge. So every 2 weeks throughout the year, you work on a letter. So I had done A, I had done B, I had done the bird. This 2-week rotation, I did... See, I make a working copy of everything because I like to use Sharpies. But then if you make a mistake and you have Sharpied on your actual pattern, you're up a creek, no paddle. So I make a working copy and then I shred them. So I understand that's a copyright violation, but they don't leave my house and I shred them. Here is where I'm at. I did the word Christmas. So if you can see, this is cut wonky. Okay. My car warranty. I guarantee you it's about my car warranty. So when I started this, I had plenty of room. I was like, that's plenty of room, right? Yeah, when you get to the middle, it's not plenty of room. That's going to be interesting. But I am stitching this on 18 count vintage country mocha with all of the DMC conversion. And that goes away for another week, I think. And then I'll work on D, which is funny because I already have the word, almost all the whole word in. So I just need to put the D in. So I'll pick a motif and work on it also for those 2 weeks. So there's that. And then another whip. On the New Year's Day, I started working copy. I don't know why. And I think Crinkles is just large. And I think I still have it in the plastic. So I think that's why it's not in my project bag. It's in my shelf, but... So I started, what are you called? Books of the Bible. And I love this one. Love this one. It's a big one. It's on my Whipco board to work on. This was on my Whipco board as a finish, so that got marked off. But it hasn't been called yet. See, you work on what you want. So this is on my Whipco board to work on 12 times this year. And that's how far I've gotten. And it is really, really fun to be stitching on this and have my 5-year-old come over and start singing the song. But Mama, I know what comes after John. I know you do, buddy. But I am stitching this on a piece of 14 count T-dunked Ada with the DMC. And I pull that one out the first of every month. So it's on my Whipco board to get worked on 12 times, which means that'll automatically happen because I pull it out the first of every month. Okay. That's my last cross stitch whip. I did a thing. I got the sewing machine out. And I decided, ooh, I'm sorry. I decided I'm going to sew. So I got an Excel and I made a little design of squares. Highlighted the boxes in some pattern that I had in my head. And then I bought fabric, cut squares out, and I'm making blocks. And I have got thread all over the house. So I made 13 blocks over the weekend. Some of them look like this. Some of them look like this. So they're the same but different. So like pink on the outside, white on the outside. So I have 13 of those. And then last night, while talking with my mother-in-law, she's the best. I got real lucky. Most people, you know, they don't like their in-laws. My mother-in-law is awesome. And I think she likes me better than she likes her kids. At least that's what I tell myself. But while I was talking to her, I sewed up. Oh, I also made a mug rug. It's real rough on the top, but it's cute. And I'm going to put it on my little table back there for my mugs. So I made a whole boatload of strips. So they're a little wonky. So I've got a ton of these and a ton of these, and I'm going to put them together and make more blocks, lay out the blocks, make a quilt, top. And I don't know, maybe at some point I'll finish the quilt. Right now I'm working on quilt tops. Getting to know the machine. And it's been really fun. But I would like to finish this tonight, maybe tomorrow at the latest, because I need my dining room table back. I don't have a sewing room. I don't have a craft room. I don't have a desk. The closest I get is that little black table back there by my chair. I don't have a desk, so I don't have room for a desk. All right, let's go to, I got a card in the mail. She sent me a card for my birthday too. Her name's Amy. So she sent me a little Valentine's card. I love getting I love getting any sort of mail, but I love getting cards in the mail. I save them all. So fun. But she sent me some Valentine colors, DMC, which will get put to use. Lord knows. I love me some DMC. Okay. And then I have a tiny bit of haul. So I joined a club from Crazy Annie's. I joined the Sunday Stitches Club, and so I got my first one in January. This is a series by Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery. This series is amazing. This one's Amazing Grace. So good. I stinking love it. I'm opening this because it's really thick. And I just want to see if there's some sort of... There's the pattern. The cover. Oh, she puts a DMC conversion. Thank you. Thank you very much. Picture this plus Oaken. Vintage Country Mocha it is. This series is meant to be versatile, quick to finish, and highly giftable to those you love. Oh, create a bowl full of hymn pillows. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Hymn pillows, a whole bowl. So there's that. And then I finished collecting all of the word plays. So now I am collecting all of the anniversaries of the heart. So I got number 10. I'm skipping around. Whatever they have in stock. So I got number 10. October. This will be for me and my husband because this is when we got married. 11. So this is November. So this will probably be when I was born, my dad was born, my brother was born. I'll probably put all that. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Ooh, this is one of the ones that has the bonus. And then number 12. Remember me. And then here is oh no, I won't use November. For me, I'll use this bonus block for me. Because it says my name is Barb Adams, so I'll put my name. Missouri is my home. Ooh, I don't know what I will put. To those I hold dear recorded here. And then the year it was stitched, and at the bottom, just like a birth date. So I'll put 1982. I don't know what state I'll put. Because I'm from Texas, and if you're from Texas, you're a Texan forever. But I live in Wisconsin. And I don't think we're leaving Wisconsin anytime soon. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to start these. I would love to say this year, but I just think I have so much more research to do on my family tree. I am going to do this like my bloodline. So Philip will be on it. But his family's massive. His family is ginormous. So I can't put them all on there. It won't fit. All right. Last week I had a giveaway for Quaker Moon from Bent Creek. And the winner for this was Kathy Morrison. So if you can send me an email, my email address is down below. I will get that out in the mail to you. And then this week, I have a Little House Needleworks pattern. It's called Be Merry Bell Pepper. A little Christmas pattern. So if you would like this, use the word Mary. Like the video, use the word Mary. Please be 18 so I can ask for your address. Please don't use the word giveaway because then creepers come. We don't need that. So I think that's, let me write that down before I forget. Yeah, leave a comment down below, use the word Mary. And I am hoping to be back next Monday. January clearly showed me that do not make plans because plans are a joke. So I'm not positive. But I do plan on being back next Monday. If not, it'll be 2 weeks. So until then, thank you so much for watching and spending a little bit of time with me. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.